So guys, welcome back. Me and Lucas this time are having a look at the
Sefadu.
Sorry, I keep getting that back to front, guys.
No one here pronounces it right.
I know, but it is so easy to mix up. I know I did it in the
A D doesn't look like an F at all.
Yes, but you have Sefadu or Sefadu. It sort of sounds the same and it can get mixed up. Myself and Luke do it all the time.
Okay.
But anyway, we're here to have a look at this faction, some of its tips, tricks and stuff so you can be ready for the MERCS Global event coming up. Now, before we get started, there's one thing that is on the MERCS forums that we may not have covered. Whichever faction does the worst in this event...
Paradigm shift.
Yes, paradigm shift. Their corporation in the fluff will be dissolved.
Gone.
Yes, so your minis will still be there, you'll still be fit to play with them, but in the fluff, they've just went rogue mercenaries and they are no longer a corporation.
They're the last remnant of that corporation acting for anyone who hires them.
Yeah.
So get involved.
Exactly. If you don't want to see your favourite faction from MERCS disappear into the ether, get yourself signed up and get down to an event. Because I've never seen any company do something like that before where they just go, yeah, if they fail, they die.
You can see private press. It's sort of like the private press model of campaigning where, like, all their tournaments and things do actually have an impact on the fluff. But this is that turned up to 11.
Yeah, this is just going, oh, so that might happen. Nah.
No maybes, definite.
Yeah.
You want to shape the world? Go ahead.
Yeah, you want to shape the world? Save your faction! No! Anyway, we're having a look at the Sefadu. See, I got it right that time.
Of course.
So, we have some tips and tricks. So, what have you got set up for us on the close camera?
Well, in this situation, we have set up to pretty much show a really bad situation for Kemvar and a really good situation for Sefadu.
Okay.
As any good day in gaming.
Yeah, because we know you did catch a little flack on the forums because of your demo game with Warren.
Yeah, okay, I got a lot of flack for numerous things. I apologize. I am only human like the rest of you.
True. Even though we do appear to be godlike.
You are, I'm not, I'm just a guest.
Me? I get things wrong more than anyone else. Anything ever goes wrong in a video, guys, yeah, it's yours truly. And I apologize in advance for any screw-ups I make. So...
First look over the cards, or situational stuff?
Well, let's run through the situation, then we'll have a look through the faction.
As a special little treat for you guys, as you'll probably see in the little second camera when you edit it in.
I'll cut to that.
Well, I'll show you a nice little tactic which has been proven to be somewhat entertainingly shown on the forums of MERCS Minis.
Yes.
This is the sort of stuff you can expect from our friendly forumites. This tactic, which I'll be demonstrating here, which is all set up in this sort of situation where it would happen, is called the Southern Fried Berserker.
Southern Fried Berserker.
Kentucky Fried Berserker, whichever way you want to do it.
Okay.
Whichever is more
interesting
familiar
name to start with. Okay, let's go.
It's very simple. It starts off with depending. It doesn't really matter which your activation works, but what you need to get this tactic to work is a demo and a berserker.
Okay.
If your enemy is bunched up, which there is a good chance they could be using the leadership bonus, as we discussed last video.
Yes, because you want to be within that one card length to get your +1.
And if they're bunched together because they've been using med kits, repair kits on each other, boosting each other, keeping each other supported.
Yep.
You run your berserker in. He doesn't have charge, so he runs in, and they're now engaged in melee. However, he can't do anything, but you know, you've managed to time him down.
Exactly.
Now, the next step in this little trick is your demo runs up and pitches a fire grenade into that melee.
Okay, so if we look under close camera, this is your berserker. He's inside a base length of the Kemvar, so that counts as being in melee, because your melee range is a one base bubble around yourself.
Yep.
The demo is behind here, and he's just going to lob a grenade where?
Right into the middle of that melee, whatever he wants.
Right, so he's just going to plunk it on the berserker's head, say.
You can't target your own models.
Oh.
But you can plunk the open or any other model, but he doesn't really mind.
Okay. So he fires that in.
Yep.
What happens?
Grenade goes off, hits everyone on the template.
Yeah.
Everyone's on fire. Everyone takes a blood. Everyone's forced to do armor failure, except the berserker because he has no armor.
Actually, yeah.
And he's also got really good leadership. He's got really good resistance to suppression. And
see. Yeah, well, he has his fearless.
Yeah, he's got fearless, which is their corporate ability we'll talk about in a minute. But you see, his courage is a 1-up. So he doesn't care. Yeah, so we see then, when it comes around to the next turn, the berserker's other tricks come into play. Everyone's taken 1 blood. In melee, the berserker has...
He has his attack with his twin blades.
Which is 2 attacks.
Yep, versus 1 target.
In a 360 circle.
Yep, and it can target in 360.
Yep.
He's got Whirlwind of Death. I assume that's what that is. 2 attacks per round on the same target.
Yep.
And his next personal ability is You Want Some. I'm sorry, this is just the coming of a go if you're hard enough kind of thing. A kill gives him +1 action and can chain. So hang on, you're telling me he's in here in melee.
Yep.
And if he does his thing properly,
Yep.
he gets to act again and do the same again.
Yep.
So he could essentially kill all 3 of these in one round.
Yes. Because the grenade has taken everyone down to 2 wounds. Because the standard amount of blood is 3.
Yeah, 2, 3.
Yeah, so a grenade hits them. They're all down to 2.
Yep.
He gets 2 attacks. What's his melee stat?
His melee stat.
Here
Here he is here. So melee 4+.
It's a 4+, and he has to get over a reaction. So on Kemvar about reaction 7 if you're a leader, reaction 6. So
Yeah.
that's like 2s.
Well, who do we have in there?
We've got the leader, the assassin, and the monkey wrench.
Okay, the leader is 7.
Yep.
The assassin is 7.
Yep.
The monkey wrench is 5. So I would
That's
start.
3s and 5s.
Yep.
That's still a pretty good thing.
Yeah,
You start
so-
with the monkey wrench because he's the easiest to hit.
Yep.
If you hit with both, he calls 2 blood.
Yep. Dead.
He's dead. He immediately gets
Guaranteed.
another attack. He can stab someone else, and if he stabs them, he gets another attack.
Yep. Yep. And does he do the 2 attacks per
Yep.
target each time?
Yeah, that's his standard abilities.
This is quite nasty, guys. Let's see. Who else do we have set up in beneath here? I see we have
The
our
good
assault,
old leader
the assault leader with his spear ready to throw.
with his pulse spear.
Pulse spear, yep, which has the ETA weapon. So it acts as a beacon for 2 of the other miniatures.
Demo and medic.
Yep. So basically, this thing has a ranged melee attack. So he's throwing the spear, but it uses his melee stat,
Yep.
which is a 3+.
And it's a 3-card lens.
Yep.
Basically what you're doing is you're rolling, you do it as a basic melee attack. So you roll his melee versus the enemy's reaction.
Yep.
The one thing that people sometimes have issues is that he can move and fire, and because it's not a firing number, in which case you take the firing number penalty and just do it as a bonus to the target's reaction.
Yeah.
So it's harder to hit, but yeah, that's all you do.
That's fair enough.
What I don't know is how he gets it back.
Well, you see, I kind of have the image of the Prince Nuada from Hellboy 2, where he just pulls another one off his backpack with the extendable shaft on it.
True, yeah, I can see
You know,
that.
which would actually look really cool.
And they, according to faction, all of them have bionic arms anyway.
Yeah, yeah, very cool. Let's see, his personal abilities, he has leadership, we know what that does, that's the +1 to within 1 card length. Range melee, which is the hand-to-hand attacks at range. So it's actually weapon strength 2, which is reasonable, you know. Like, I've seen weapon strength 1, which is on your sniper for this, which I think is meh, but it's doing something else for you.
Yeah, it's a specialist tool.
Yeah, he also has a diamond grenade, diamond shard grenade, isn't it?
Sefadu's known for using the diamond mines.
Yep, it's range 2, weapon strength 2. It's you only have one attack versus all targets in the template, and it's armor piercing level 1. What's that do?
Armor piercing level 1. But the level of armor piercing is by how much you drop the enemy's armor value by.
Right.
So in this case, you drop it by 1.
Oh, so hang on. If I have an armor 3, then I count as armor 2, and my weapon strength 2 can affect it.
Yeah.
Very handy, guys. So basically, would you say he's second wave?
It's one of those things where he's probably jumping between first and second.
Right.
Because you want him in the second to be the supporting thing, keeping everyone influenced, but you also want him to be in range to use his spear first, so then everyone else gets bonuses to hit the same target, where you can sort of see where you throw that spear at a high priority target, everyone else gets bonuses to hit it. I mean, the medic and the demo for now.
Yeah. Yeah. So say I was throwing it at the assassin because he's always dangerous in melee.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I still have that little bit of a cough. Right. Well, any other tricks or tips with him?
With the assault leader, to be fair, he runs pretty standard as a good assault leader. You may want as a corporation faction trick though, it's all very rush in your face. They're a very sort of they're actually a very beginner friendly faction because they're very simple in their play to be really effective.
Yeah.
You run straight into the enemy and you blow their heads off, stab them, hurt them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, we'll quickly say the corporate abilities because we need to cover that for the entire faction. It's fearless, so no penalty to successful courage check, -2 if failed courage check.
Yes. Courage check is for stuff like suppression or fire. So normally, if you fail your suppression, you can't do anything. You waste your activation.
Yeah.
If you pass your suppression, you can do stuff, but you take a penalty.
Yeah.
In Sefadu's case, they pass, they don't care.
Yeah.
They fail, they count as having as if any of the other factions had passed.
So, in other words, you can't lock them down with your suppression.
No.
That's, again, very handy, very nasty. They're mobile, so they have fire and move, CCM penalty. It's +1 FN. So instead of that standard +2, it's only a 1, so they're a little better on the move when they're moving and shooting.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool. Next up, we'll do our sniper.
Of course.
Now, I always think he looks a little bit strange.
Yeah.
Because he's a sniper, and he's holding a dagger. You know, I know the whole thing with Sefadu is they want to get up close and personal, but if you're a sniper, this doesn't seem, it seems counterintuitive. But I'm sure he runs quite well. So
he doesn't have the load and aim penalties that like the CCC sniper
yeah,
does.
he's running with a laser rifle, FN5, weapon strength 1. 1 attack versus 1 target. Armor losses from armor failure is permanent. Can't fire in melee. So basically, I shoot this at someone, their armor value goes down by 1.
Yeah, if you force them to make, they have to make an armor failure check. You have to hit them. You have to force the armor failure. If they don't do a armor failure due to whatever corporate abilities, this is like for example USCR.
Okay.
Because USCR has a corporate ability, they ignore any weapon strength 1. So they would ignore that. But if you hit anyone and you force an armor failure, the armor loss from that armor failure is permanent. They can repair it. They can keep moving, but their armor has dropped.
So their armor will always have dropped by that?
Yeah.
Right. Now, we had a look on the forums, guys. We're not sure if this is cumulative, but if it is, that's really nasty. So, again, it's one for perhaps the MERCS guys to either put a little comment below here on Base of War or drop it into your errata. Basically, in all of these, we'll have a link through to your errata and stuff on the MERCS site. Bring up the link here as well to the main MERCS site. Let's see, what else does he have? He has climb. Move up 1 level of elevation at no cost.
Works just like a snap to cover, except you can move up 1 level of an elevation.
Right, so hang on. I could snap in, move up 1 for free, and still have my 2 movement points? So he can really, really quickly clamber up the side of a building or something to get him into that good line of fire. That's very, very useful. Next up, I can see you. He can hit for blood with suppression. Now this is very powerful, very, very powerful, because normally you have suppression, or the other one which is Overwatch, thank you, which is 2 separate things. Suppression basically is to stop you moving and running about. Overwatch you can still move, but you're taking damage on the way in. He's basically combining the 2 of these.
Pretty much. Also, as far as I'm aware, he's the only sniper who can, because in order to do suppression or Overwatch, you need an automatic weapon. And he's just doing it with a laser rifle.
But you see, it's semi-automatic. So, what else do we have? Corporate abilities, armor failure 4.
It's not bad.
Yeah, but he's only got armor value 1 as well. So
what do you expect? Look at these guys.
True.
They have like shoulder pads and helmets.
Okay, fair enough.
You could make a working replica of this armor by going to a local sports store.
Fair enough. Okay, next up, the medic. Medic's a medic, always very useful. He's got his med packs. What else does he have? He's sure-footed. No moving fire penalty. So he can basically be running about and shooting at the exact same time with no penalty. So in other words, he's a light mobile medic who's always doing damage and healing people. Very good. He's armed with a semi-auto, so FN7, weapon strength 2, 2 attacks versus 1 target, and it's an ETA weapon that he has, so whenever that spear hits from your assault leader, he's getting a bonus, -2 FN. So he goes from FN7 to FN5.
Then to FN4 if the leader's around.
Yes, and then if the person has no cover, to FN3. Yeah, there's a way to get lots of bonuses in this game, guys.
That's how you get the full functionality of MERCS out. You stack the bonuses in your favor.
Exactly. Basically, you play for tactical advantage the whole time. Yes, I know, Kemvar. I know.
I know my hatred for Kemvar isn't entirely rational.
It doesn't have to be. You're a gamer.
Good point.
Like, everybody has a hatred for one faction. For me, it's Legion of Everblight.
But they're the same thing!
How?
They troll you. Especially when we get to talking on the 7th models.
Okay. Yeah,
you'll see what I mean.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
We'll be doing a specific video on all the 7ths that we have out at the minute. If more have came out in the meantime, sorry guys, we're filming this before any more have came out. Right, so I think that's the end of the medic. Sure-footed, Medic restores 1 blood if adjacent to with a medikit.
Yep,
Yep,
standard.
So that's him done. Next up, the Demolition.
Same as standard mostly.
Yes, but his bombs are incendiary.
Yep.
Yeah, so is he throwing a Molotov or...
Pretty much.
Yeah, there's nothing quite like throwing a Molotov. It's always good fun.
So, as if any fire damage forces suppression, forces
Yep.
courage checks.
Yep, +2 versus courage, yeah. His personal ability is strong arm, so he gets +1 range on his throw. So
Yep.
unlike most, he can throw it 3 cards
Yep.
instead of 2. Which means he's definitely out of the blast radius. Because at 2 card lengths, you're sort of getting a little close.
Yeah, but you can always throw it to the extreme and just aim for the open.
True, true. And then just clip everyone with the back
Yeah.
end. See, that's why I like grenades in this, because it's not targeting a mini, it's targeting a spot on the board with the
You
template.
can target a mini if you want to, but, you know, it's...
Yeah.
You know...
It's whatever works best to get you the
Yeah.
most targets under it. Yeah. Let's see, he's got a semi-auto, so same again, it's an ETA weapon, FN7,
Same as the medic.
strength 2. Yep, exact same
So,
thing.
they make a nice trio with the leader.
Yeah, yeah, so it's basically a little supporting unit following up behind the leader as he goes in first, like you were saying earlier.
Also, him and the leader both have the 3-card range. Melee and grenades.
Yep. Are you sure? Because the leader does not have strong arm. His grenade
What's his
is
range?
2.
No, but his spear is range 3.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Sorry, that's what I meant.
His spear has range 3, his grenade has range
Yeah.
2. So, let's make sure we get that right. Okay, now, the sniper. Or have we chatted about
We
him?
chatted about the sniper.
Sorry guys, as I said, my head's a little bit whizzy at the minute. Okay, gunner. Which one is the gunner?
The guy with a shotgun.
The guy with a shotgun. So we'll
Essentially a
set
shotgun,
him
yeah.
Down in
Let's
here.
move the rust out the way.
Yeah. So, what tricks and tips can you do with him?
Well, as always, you need to know what he can do before you can start bending the rules in your favor.
Okay, well he's got his double barrel, so essentially a shotgun with FN6, weapon strength 2. Hits... Oh, it's large T template.
Yep, it's not an extended large T.
No, but it is still a
Yep.
large T, and you get 2 blood from any damage from it, so that's nice and heavy. So what I might do is I might target someone with everything else first, get a lot of guys down to 2 blood, and then shoot with that and see how many die.
Yep.
Okay, very cool. He's got fire and move, so he gets the +1 FN with Carver ability. The problem is he has load, so he takes 1 round between shots.
Yep.
So you shoot, round of downtime, shoot.
Yep.
Very handy. He's got last stand. If he's the last model, he receives 2 actions. So in other words, until everyone else is dead, he's a
Standard guy.
standard guy. But afterwards, he becomes, I am super soldier, I will kill you all. You have killed my brothers.
Yeah, he does the whole action hero thing.
Yeah.
Which basically ends up with shoots the shotgun, cocks it, shoots.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, you have to beep that.
No, I'm not beeping that because you're saying it within context.
Yeah, exactly.
Because cocking a shotgun is
Yeah.
and not something bad. But anyway.
Hang on, let me just check. What's his other personal ability? Light on my feet. That's actually a really good one.
Light on my feet. Oh yeah, he can turn 180 degrees for free. So he can be zipping about the board any way he likes.
Because normally to turn a full 180 is 1 movement point.
Yeah, but here's a question for you. I'm going to set up a little something here under close camera.
Sure.
So say I have all of these.
Yep. It's a massive brawl.
Yeah, and he's there.
Yep.
Say everybody else is dead save for him and the berserker.
Okay.
We'll set them up out of the way.
Yeah.
Say these guys are all on 2 blood after the berserker has rocked in.
Yes, I think I see where you're going with this.
Yes. Can I fire into this, kill all of these, and perhaps even kill him? And then have 2 activations the next turn to go after the final sniper.
Because double check the wording on that for last stand.
It is
yeah,
a template. It's
the fact he's in the template, I'm not arguing that. It's just the last stand triggers. It says when he's the last remaining one.
yes. It
So
says
I would say yes. That
if
triggers
last
the minute he
Sefadu-
becomes the last one.
Yeah, yeah, and because it's a
If
template.
it's it'll hit the berserker. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can use that to your advantage.
Yes. So even though you're not allowed to target you guys, you can do the old War Machine trick of shooting your own guy in the back to make yourself better.
Until they get it FAQ'd, I believe that is how it's meant to be. I mean, it might get clarified.
Yeah, that he might not shoot if there's someone in front of him.
Oh no, you can. Oh no, as long as you can target an enemy model, you can do it.
Okay.
If your mate just happens to be in the template, oops.
Too bad.
Yeah, you can't target him. But I mean the last stand triggering, because that's key.
Yeah.
I believe yes, because it doesn't specify he has to start his activation and be the last guy, which I can imagine could become a clarification later on.
Yeah, that it would be have to be that during the initiative step, if he's the last one, then it activates.
Yeah.
Perhaps. Again,
but as it stands, that seems like a fair interpretation.
So as it stands, it's FAQ and errata, guys. The link will be below. Last one, the berserker. Now we've had our little demonstration of what he can do, which is quite nasty.
Not quite as nasty as the assassin, because at least the assassins get charge. The berserker needs 2 turns to do
so he needs to get in, hold them there, and then do it. Yeah, but he's on a +4 to hit though, which is good. He has that. He has the whirlwind, which is the 2 attacks. You want some the kill and go again.
Chain.
Yeah. So I think overall this faction.
Also, key point for berserker: he's got no armor.
Yes, no armor.
Cover him.
Yeah.
Provide suppression or something, because it's if you're taking pot shots, he's dropping fast.
Well, there's one generalized tip we may have forgot to give in the last video, which is, say I'm here 1 base length away. I've moved up and I want cover for him, but I can't. I'm just that little bit too far away to snap to that. I can snap to my own friend or my own teammate and gain cover from the teammate.
Yep, half cover.
Exactly. So never forget that, guys. Your guys do provide cover for each other because their body is in the way.
Especially if you've got 2 guys in front of him, that provides full cover.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, something to think about, guys. If you're running your berserker up, are you going to have him behind essentially a meat shield? You know, him just walking behind going, cover me, guys. I don't want to get shot.
Or a medic trying to chase after him.
Yes. Well, you could just do a little a T conga line.
Yeah.
So you have 2 guys at the front.
Yeah.
Him behind. And then where's the medic?
The medic's gone there, up there.
There he is. And the medic there.
Yeah.
And just have that running up the field.
Yeah. That's a pretty classic brick tactic.
Yeah,
a lot of factions can pull that off.
Oh, actually, sorry guys, I've actually set this so you can't see it.
Yeah.
On the close camera, so.
I'll just move these Chemvar out the way.
Yeah.
Cheesy Chemvar.
So the I think you can see that the Sefadu conga line.
Sefadu.
Did I say it wrong again?
Yeah.
Damn it! Sorry guys, that's.
Don't worry.
It gets stuck
We will
in my head.
educate you.
You'll try to. Many have failed.
No comment.
All right. Well, any last tips or tactics for Sefadu?
Well, as always, check the forums. There's a lot more there than we can probably do. You know, and actually give credit where credit's due. Sorry, this one is on the forums. I can't remember which of the nice forum people provided the Kentucky Fried Berserker tactic.
Yeah.
But I just decided to share that one because it's probably one of the more striking and memorable ones.
Yeah, well.
Setting your own guys on fire and then just this flaming nutter sniping everyone in the face.
Yeah, but it's why we play war games. It's for those beautiful cinematic moments where it was just like, oh man, look what he did. It was so cool. So, starting faction, yes, no for...
Sefadu? Yes. Yeah. They play relatively simply. They're not quite as forgiving as CCC, so there is a bit more of a difficulty spike.
Yeah.
But whereas CCC is such a all-rounder that they don't have a really specific thing, Sefadu plays very, very to like a person's aggressive. You know, you play aggressively, run up the table, force them to have to deal with multiple threats.
Yeah.
Focus your attacks. That's where the ETA weapon comes in. It's tailor-made to sort of guide you into the way of thinking to make mercs work, like focus fire, which like other factions don't get as much benefits, but it's still a tactic that works. But in the case of Sefadu, because it's an inbuilt tactic, because it's an inbuilt rule, you automatically start memorizing
it gives you that trigger that breaks the fourth wall early. You know, because there are some games where it is breaking the fourth wall to understand the mechanics of it. You know, there's 1 or 2 out there, whenever we read them in the rulebooks, it's just like, I can't really get this, but as soon as someone shows you, it's just like, aha, now the penny drops. But anyway, guys, I think that'll do for the Sefadu. Did I get it right?
Yes.
All right, Sefadu. We'll move on, and we hope you're enjoying it, and we'll see you again next time.